How the stories are formed? Very good. Stories are nothing but a group of sentences. How the sentences are formed? Okay, they are a group of words. And how words form? By a group of letters. So, here if you want to make one story, how the stories are organized? Okay, stories are organized by a group of sentences. How the sentences are going to form? It's going to form by a group of words. Very good. How the words form? Words are going to form by a group of letters. Is it no? Okay. Now tell me how the stories are formed, or what is the basic structure or basic unit to create one story. To create one story, for that basic unit or basic one is letters. Means a group of letters are going to form a words, words are going to form sentence, sentence are going to form a story. Similarly, in this world, for every creations, they have a one basic unit. Okay na? Like for in stories, the basic unit is letter. Now tell me how the trees are formed. What is the basic unit for the trees? Trees are grow from a small seed. If you sow the seeds in a ground, seeds are started to grow, then trees may sprouted, that sprouted may be developed as a big tree. In case of babies or human beings, have you observed small babies, just born babies, how they look like? Very good. They are so small, so sensitive. After 10 years, the baby is same? No. There is a huge change you find out. That means the basic functions or the basic unit for every organism is start from some functional units. In your earlier classes, you learn it. What is the basic unit for one life or for one organism? Very good. The living organisms arise their life from a one basic unit. That basic unit is called cell. When these cells divide number of times, they are going to organize one new shape or new organelles. They are called tissues. How the tissues may develop? A group of tissues is organized together to create one muscle. Group of muscles are going to create a one organ. Like eye is one organ, ear is one organ, tongue is one organ. Your digestive system is group of organs. Means here to develop one living organism, the basic unit is cell only. Okay na? Similarly, in plants also, when you take a seed, seed also is going to form by a number of cells only. What happened? In your 6th, 7th classes also you learn it. To develop one organism, two different cells are fused together, one male cell and one female cell, and this both together fuse it and develop one zygote. Zygote is nothing but single cell only. So the life is begin from that single zygote, that is nothing but cell only. Cell divide number of times and going to create a number of or group of cells is called tissues. Same way, number of tissues are divided during cell division. A group of tissues are going to form a muscles. A group of muscles organized together, then one organ is going to form. Similarly, a group of organism, if you take human beings, we have a number of organs in our body, like liver is one organ, kidney is one organ, heart is one organ, lung is one organ. Means a number of organs are organized together, then one organ is or one organism is going to develop. Similarly in plant also. Okay na? So to create one organism, what is the basic unit for one organism? Cell is the basic unit of one organism. So in today in your class, now we are going to discuss about this cell and what are these cells, how they may look like, what are their functions, how it's look like, that we are going to learn it, and function. So today's your topic is cell, its structure and function. Now I am going to ask you, is your liver may function similarly to your heart? No. Your heart may function similarly to your eye? No. That means eye is going to do a different function, heart is going to do a different function, your lungs are going to do a different function. Why? Okay, why? Because all cells, they are made up of cells only, but all cells are different shapes and their sizes and their function. Based on their shapes and sizes, they are going to form a different functions only. Clear now? In your previous classes, we learned it, cells have a different shapes. Okay na? Some activities also you done it, like in onion peel cells, or in 8th class you collected the cheek cells also. Is the onion peel cells and cheek cells are same in shape and size? No. Is their structures are same? No. Why? Because cheek cells are belongs to animal cell as well as onion cells are belongs to plant cells. So there is a difference between cheek cells and onion peel cells. Their shapes are different as well as their functions also different. As I said, in previous classes we did a number of activities. Based on that we can understand all cells are not same in shape and size. Let me discuss. Let me give some examples. If you take a onion cells or onion peel cells, what is the shape of onion peel cells? They are rectangular. Okay, if you take a red blood cells, what are the shapes of red blood cells? They are round, or we call them biconcaves. If you take a WBCs, what is the shape of WBCs? They are irregular. Okay na? If you take a nerve cells are, they are long and polygonal. They are long and polygonal. Okay na? If you take a stomatas, what is the shape of stomata cells? They are a bean shape. Means every organism is made by number of organs and these all organs is different functions due to their different shapes only. Likewise, if you take a muscle cells, what is the shape of muscle cells? Either they are rod shape or they are spindle shape. What do you mean by spindle? Spindles means their both ends are narrowed and middle one is bulged. Like you know bitter gourd. What is the shape of bitter gourd? Both ends are narrow, in middle part is swollen. So such shapes is called spindle shape. If you take a stomata, what is the shape of stomatas? They are in bean shape, like that. If you take in nerve cells, they are, as I said, they are polygonal, means they have a number of angles. At the same time, one nerve is long and branched. If you take a WBCs, they are irregular in shape. If you take a red blood cells, they are somewhat biconcave and round shapes. If you take a onion peel cells, they are likewise rectangular in shapes. So, by that, if you take a bone cells, they are stellate, means star shaped cells. A group of star cells are organized like this. So, by this we are going to conclude it, all cells are not in same shape and size. Okay, now? Same way, as you talk about the size of the cells also very different. They are arise from micrometer to centimeter. In this world, very smallest cell is mycoplasma. It is one of the bacteria. Okay, na? And longest cell is your nerve cells. It started from 70 centimeter to 100, means nearly 1 meter in length. At the same time, largest cell one is one of the largest cell we are find out, that is ostrich egg cell. So, their size also not same in all organism. It start from micrometer to centimeters. Okay, na? Now let me see, in your school's laboratories, if you want to find out any cell structure, what you do? Very simple. Either if you want to find out the animal cells, simply we collect to cheek cells. Okay, na? It is belongs to animal cells. Or in a higher classes, if you want to observe some more cells, one of the best example is you may collect the blood. So, by collecting the blood, you find out 3 different types of cells which are present in your blood. That is red blood cells, WBC or white blood cells, and platelets. So, here also animal cell or in a blood, red blood cells or shapes are different, white blood cells shapes are different, as well as platelets shapes also different. If you want to observe the plant cells, what you do? You may did it in 8th class. One is onion peel cells, as it is rio leaf, beetle leaf, okay, na? Onion root cells. If you observe then, is this all cells are same only? No, their structures are different only. Why? Because they may perform a different functions only. But in our schools, what are the laboratories available and what are the microscopes are available? By these microscopes, just we are going to find out the few structures only. Like if you take a onion peel cells, just we are going to find out one outer layer, that is cell wall, and inner layer cell membrane and cytoplasm, and one dot like structure, that is nothing but nucleus. In the same way, if you collect the cheek cells, you find out a number of cells, irregular shapes of cells you find out, the outer boundaries you find out, inside this boundary you find out a jelly like strict structure is nothing but cytoplasm. At the same time, one dot like structure you find out, that is nucleus. Means in our schools, from a small microscope, if you observe any cells, just we are going to find out cytoplasm, one dot like structure, that is nucleus, and the boundaries you find out, the boundaries are nothing but cell membrane. But in higher laboratories, they are going to use a different higher capacities of microscope. If you observe such structures under that compound microscopes or higher microscopes, you are going to find out each cell is a group of subunits are submerged inside the cell. Okay, na? What are the subunits or what are the smallest units? We call them as the organelles. What we call them? Organelles. Organ is different, organism is different, organelles are different. Organ means it's a group of muscles only. Like your heart is one organ, eye is one organ. Inside this organ, it's a combination of number of cells only. Inside the cell, there is a number of functional unit. Have you understand me? Cell, inside the cell, there is a number of functional smallest units are present. These smallest units we call them organelles. Okay dear students, as I said, all cells are not in same shape. Let me see here the number of shapes of a cells. Here first cell is Chlamydomonas. It is nothing but algae which are located in water. So let me see the shape of a Chlamydomonas. Then second you see the bone cells, cartilage, soft bone. Which part of your body is made by soft bones? Very good. Your nose and your ears. So here we find out a cartilage, that is soft bone. The end of the rib cage, the joints of your different bones are there. A soft bone is present. The shape of the soft bone, that is called cartilage, is that shape. Then bacteria is entirely different. Here epithelial cells, leukocytes, WBCs is different shapes. Muscles, we have a 3 different type of muscles. Along that, one is smooth muscles, that is the shape, spindle shape. Then straightened muscles, see here very long and some stripes are present on their bodies. Here you see liver, your body have a liver, no? Liver is made by number of group of cells. The shape of the liver is like that only. Then this is one more diatom, algae, fat cells. Okay na? This is also a smooth muscle, spindle shape. As I said, no? What is the spindle means? The ends are narrows, but the middle part is little swelled only. Here human sperm cells, they have a one head like structure, then have a long tail like structure. So the structure is different, the shape of the sperm cell is different. Then you find out bone cells, you find out number of star like structures. It is a group of star like structures, stellate in structure. Nerve cell, I said long and polygonal. A number of angles are present on the head part and they have a one long tail like structures. So long and polygonal. These are the different shapes of a cells. You see, longest cell of the body. Every living organism's animal body, this is the longest cell in our body, that is nothing but nerve cell. They have a polygonal, number of angles are there, plus they have a one long tail like structures. So it gives minimum 90 centimeter to 100 centimeter in length. So this is one of the longest cell of the body. Then you see very smallest cell. This is nothing but one bacteria. The bacteria name is mycoplasm. The bacteria name is mycoplasm. It gives the size of 0.1 micrometer to 0.2 micrometer. You see, they have a cytoplasm, no cell wall. Then you find out genetic materials are present, you find out ribosomes are present, and this is the DNA. DNA is nothing but genetic material. Some protein molecules are present and 3 layers of cellular membrane is present. Means this is the smallest cell in the world. Okay na, mycoplasma, and it gives the size of 0.1 to 0.2 micrometer. And this figure you find out largest cell, that is nothing but ostrich egg cell. It gives the length of 18 centimeter, so big only. Compared to the hen egg, it gives only 18 millimeter in their length, but it gives so big. If you make a diameter of this one, it gives the measurement of 3 meters. So this is one of the birds, quill, bird's egg, hen egg and ostrich egg. Compare this, very largest egg is ostrich egg. Okay students, as I said, if you observe under a electron microscope, very few characters you are going to observe. But if you use the compound microscope, that is highly powerful. If you take one cell structure, either it is a plant cell or is an animal cell, we are going to find out what are the smallest functional unit is present inside the cell. That all units very clearly we observe under compound microscope. So, such cell which gives us clear every clarity and every clear subunits are clarified through that microscope, such cells are called typical cells. Typical means it is a good example of cell structures. Okay, na? We find out all smallest unit. So, here I am going to take the two cells, one is animal cell and one is plant cells. Now, let me see what is the basic difference between this plant cell and animal cell. Some features are common in both plant cell and animal cell, but some features are different in plant cell as well as in animal cell. Now, let me discuss what are the common features are present in both cells. So, let me discuss common things are cell membrane. Cell membrane is the common structure for animal cell and plant cells, as well as nucleus also common in plant cell and animal cell. Same way cytoplasm also common in plant cell and animal cells. Same way, to provide energy to do all functions, here one powerhouse also present, that we call them mitochondria. Mitochondria also common in plant cell and animal cells. Now, let me see what is the difference between plant cell and animal cell. What are present in plant cell and what are absent in animal cells. In case of plant cells, you find out some extra features are present in a plant cells. That extra features are nothing but they have a one extra feature, that is a cell wall. Means cell membrane have one other protective layer, that is called cell wall. Another difference is they have a coloring pigments. Have you observed the plants? Yes. Is all plant parts are same in color? No. Stem is give different color, leaf have different color, flowers have different colors, fruits have different colors. Why? Because especially in plants, they have a one coloring pigment organelle is present, that we call them plastid. What we call them? Plastids. So, plastids are present in plant cell, absent in animal cells. What else is present in plant cell and absent in animal cell? That is, in case of plant cells, to store the more extra amount of water, some salt, some chemicals, they have a one special organelles that we call them vacuole. What we call them? Vacuole. So, in case of plant cell, we find out a big vacuole is present, that is in case of animal cell, compared to the plant cells, they have a very small vacuoles. Clear, students? So, what are the basic difference between plant cell and animal cell? Plant cell have a coloring pigment organelle, that we call them plastids, and to store the water, to store the chemicals, to store the some of the protein products, they have a one storage structure, that we call them vacuole. So, in plant cell, a big vacuole is present, a number of vacuoles are present, but the shape is so big only. But in case of animal cell, compared to the plant cell, they have a very small vacuoles. So, they are not going to store anything in that bodies, just it is a fluid filled vacuoles only. And in case of plant cell, what is extra is present? Cell wall is present. Cell wall is exactly absent in a animal cells. What are the common features in both? Both cell, inside the cell, they are going to fill with one fluid part. That fluid part is nothing but cytoplasm. Clear now? So what is the common features in between plant cell and animal cells? Both cells are filled with one fluid part. That fluid part is called cytoplasm. Clear now? And what is the another same similarities? Both have nucleus. Both have nucleus. Both have nucleus. And what are the another features between both which is common? That is to provide the energies. Here one energy providing organelle is present, that is called mitochondria. Clear now? Some more organelles are common in both. In next classes we are going to learn it in very clearly. So now at least the basic differences and basic similarities have you understand? I hope you understand. Okay now? In case of plant cells, they have a coloring pigment organelle that is called plastids, and they have a one protective, extra protective layer that is called cell wall, and they have a one big vacuoles are present. In case of animals, these three are absent, and remaining all cell membrane, nucleus, these all are common in these both cells. Have you observed one more differences? Have you observed, students? Very good. Here in case of animal cell, nucleus is located exact in center of the cell. But in case of plant cell, nucleus is pushed to one side. Why? Because most of the place may be occupied by vacuoles. So due to that vacuoles, number of vacuoles and big vacuoles are present. Due to that vacuole, nucleus is pushed to the side only. So have you understand the typical plant cell and animal cell? Typical means it's a good example. All characters what are present inside the cell. Cell is a microscopic unit. Even though inside that microscopic cell, number of organelles are present. And let me compare the plant cell and animal cells. This one is a plant cell and this one is a animal cells. Here you find out nucleus is located exact center of the cell. Here nucleus is pushed to the corner. Okay na? Then you find out a biggest vacuole is present. Here very small vacuoles are present. Another one is they have a plastids, chloroplasts, green color, or you find out flowers have different colors, stem have different colors, fruits have different colors. Because of they have a plastids, but plastids are absent in animal cells. We have only one membrane, that is a cell membrane, but they have two membranes, inside cell membrane, outside cell wall. Okay na? So that is the basic difference between plant cell and animal cell. Up to now I gave you much information about cell. Now let me see what is cell. So as I said, is the all cells you can see with your naked eyes? Is cheek cell saw in naked eyes? Or even though in onion peel cells, have you saw a cell structure with your naked eyes? No. Cell structures only we are observed under microscopic. Why? Because it's a so small, it's a microscopic. So with our naked eyes we can't see the any cell structure. Based on that information, now tell me what is a cell? Cell is a basic unit. That we learn it. Is the cell is visible to your naked eye? No. Why? Because it's a so small. It's a tiny body. Or we call them, it's so small units. Okay now? And the cell structures only we observe under microscope. Under microscope. Okay na? And as I said, is all cells are same shape and size? No. Why? Because every organs or every cell have their specific functions. That means they are functional unit. They are functional unit. Because as I said, no, eye may do the different function. What is the function of your eye? It's helping your sight, seeing. Heart. Heart also made by number of cells. Is the heart function is same to similar to eye? No. What is the function of your heart? Your heart is help to pumping of your blood. Means heart function is different, your eye functions are different. That means it gives you different functions. So all cells is the basic unit. Similarly, every cell may perform a different function. Similarly, if you take a plant, example of plant, what is the function of root? Root help in you absorption of water and salts from your soil. What is the function of leaf? Leaf is otherwise called kitchen of the plant. Why? Because what you do in your home, in kitchen, the mother is going to do, no? What they do? Mother is going to cook the food, prepare the food for you all. So, same way the preparation of food is done inside the leaves. So, leaves are otherwise called kitchen of the plant. So, in what is the function of leaf now? Help in preparation of food only. Now, what is the function of stem? Stem help them to transport the material. Water moves one place to another place. At the same time, food may move from leaf to all parts of the plant. So, if you take a plant, every part have a specific function. That specific functions are done by the specialized cells what are present in their bodies. Due to that cells, they may perform a different functions. So, cell is nothing but functional unit of one organism. Same way, earlier class I said, is all cells are same in shapes? No. Every cell have a different shape, and that shape make the body. Means plant shapes are different, human being shapes are different, animal shapes are different due to the type of cells what are present in their body. That means cell is nothing but it's a structural unit. Cell is a structural unit. So, by that one more thing we can understand, all cells together, organized together, by them only it's made the organism. Made the organism. Have you understand? Now tell me, what is a cell? Cell is a basic unit. Cell is a tiny body or a small units. Cell only observed under microscopes only. Cell is the functional unit of one organism. Cell is the structural unit of one organism. With the help of cell only, one organism is going to make one shape and size. So, based on this, what we concluded, cell is the building block of one living organism. By these all statements, have you concluded what is cell? Cell is the building block of an organism. What is cell now? Cell is a basic unit, or in simple we call them, cell is a building block of one organism. Have you understand, students? Very good. Now let we discuss what are the units present inside the cell and what are the basic functional reasons present in a cell, what are their shapes, how they may function, how they are useful to grow in a organism's body, and what is their importance. Let me discuss in next class or continue.